I'm against rape and murder. I'm against
classic Muslim value. It says it right there in the Quran. Actually, the first words. Shocking. Isn't that shocking, guys? Isn't it shocking that words do matter? And they do, and delivery does matter. But it only matters when it's happening to me, not when it's happening to you. It's like they don't even believe this. They don't even believe this. They just want to pretend like they believe this. So it's just it's just cringy. It's just cringy. But anyways, moving on. Let's watch the Musk video. Let's go. Lock in.
You support not just the populist right, but the far right. In fact, very fringe parties in some countries.
No, I support the normal people.
Okay.
What do you call the far right? Falsely.
You think as the normal person? Okay.
Yes. Literally, you could go back 10 or 15 years, and these policies were completely normal. In fact, one of the tricks that I think is funny. One thing that's quite funny is to like take a speech from Obama and Hillary, and then go to someone and say, who's sort of on the sort of what I call the lunatic left, and say, what do you think of the speech by Trump? I'm like, oh wow, he's the worst person ever. Actually, that was a speech by Obama, or actually, that was a speech by Hillary.
I agree. No, I agree that the center of gravity.
Why, dude? No. I hate lib interviews. Why agree with such a stupid fucking point? Can I show you guys? There was this like post that I saw the other day. Trying to see if I can. There's a post I saw the other day, and it was like talking about how this idea that everything else has just become too liberal and too leftist. It's just so nonsensical. It's just so like, go back. Like, for example, it's not our fault that you guys decided you want to make everything woke and diverse. Huh? Like, straight up, go and watch stuff from like the very early 2000s or like the very late 90s. That shit was fucking diverse, man. This like forced diversity nonsense. No. This like woke, go broke. No. Okay. It's just some things fail because they're made poorly and some things don't. And it doesn't like non-woke things fail all the time. And this like, well, you guys are the ones that are constantly pushing the bounds. And this didn't used to happen. It's like, Grok, what was the first interracial kiss on television, and what was the response to it? Grok.
Country has shifted. Certainly, the Democratic Party shifted to the left, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people like Rupert Lowe. I'm talking
right,
about
please.
People.
It's actually just normal people. It's just normal people. It's just normal people, and here are the principles. And tell me which of these sound terrible. That we should have secure borders. That we should have safe cities. That we should have sensible spending. Which of those three are far right those fringe? No, and I would like to just admonish you.
Dude.
And
I'd like to admonish you. Oh my God, dude. I can't believe I lost this post, man. Fuck.
The media for the absurd characterization of the far right. It is false and misleading and nonsense. Please keep this part in.
We'll keep all of this in, but let me
Don't cut this part.
Let me push back on that. Let me push back on that
because
you have
nonsense.
Elon, you have what is it? Close to 250 million followers on X.
Yeah, because
you say things like,
popular guy.
Quote, civil war in Britain is inevitable. Just a question
on the current
of when.
trends, yes.
Can I say this is giving the exact same vibe as the Tucker Carlson interview with Piers Morgan, where Tucker Carlson sounded so insane he made Piers Morgan sound reasonable. Where Tucker Carlson was like, yeah, you guys have like roving brown gangs raping women. It's so unsafe here. And Piers Morgan's like, huh? Are you good, man? Where exactly are you? This is a pretty safe place. I don't know are you smoking crack or something? Hunter Biden?
I mean, when were you last in the UK?
A few years ago.
Exactly. So I live there. I'm there the whole time. That is nonsense.
You live a cloistered existence.
No, I don't actually. And the numbers also disprove what you say.
What numbers?
All the numbers about crime. London is a much safer city than any city in the United States. Violent crime in the UK is not where you think it is. In fact, it's coming down. You have painted, and because you have so many followers, so many Americans believe it, a kind of view that Europe and the UK are kind of, overrun with terrifying Muslim immigrants. There's rape on every corner. There's a sort of civilizational destruction.
I haven't said any of those things. If you have...
Me when I lie, dude. Me when I lie. He's literally signal boosted white genocide posts and said, looking into this, you have said the actual truth. And it's a post saying like, we need to do something about the brown people. They're doing 99% of the rapes in our country. It's like, okay. I don't even have to look into that to know that that doesn't sound fucking right.
Large and rapidly growing group of people whose beliefs are antithetical to Western beliefs. At some point...
I love this, like, and by love, I mean I fucking hate this abstract notion of Western beliefs to just mean anything that I want and anything that the people that don't want it don't want it. It's giving when Americans are like, look at this. This is beautiful European country. And it's like a French person. It's like a French person eating a baguette or something stupid. And it's like, yeah, show that to a British person. Be like, this is your culture. This is your heritage. This is your beautiful culture. And tell me how they take it. Tell me what the different European countries would think if you accuse them, and I'm using that word intentionally, of being similar to their neighbors.
There will be a reckoning. They will try to implement their views, and those who oppose it will oppose it, and that's what you call civil war.
Okay, sorry. Going back for just like one brief moment, this is by far the thing that pisses me off the most about Republicans. We'll start at the very beginning again just for 1 second. Oh, I didn't mean to. This is the 6-minute interview. 1 second. This part.
You support not just the populist right, but the far right. In fact, very fringe parties in some countries.
No, I support the normal people.
Okay.
What do you call the far right? Falsely.
You think as the normal person. Okay.
Yes. Literally, you could go back 10 or 15 years, and these policies were completely normal. In fact, one of the tricks that I think is funny. One thing that's quite funny is to like take a speech from Obama and Hillary, and then go to someone and say, who's sort of on.
Can I just say, supporting the far right party in Germany and then saying, go back 100 years and you'll find that these positions were completely normal. Go back to Germany in the 1930s. And I'll find that these positions were completely normal. First of all, I don't think you like the implications of that statement. Second, this notion of the lunatic left has pushed the Overton window far too much. Here's the 1956 Republican National Platform. 1. Provide federal assistance to low-income communities. 2. Protect Social Security. 3. Provide asylum for refugees. 4. Extend minimum wage. 5. Improve unemployment benefit system so it covers more people. 6. Strengthen labor laws so workers can more easily join a union. 7. Assure equal pay for equal work regardless of sex. You know, our positions haven't changed at all. Guy whose positions have changed completely. Oh God, I gotta wait. I want the full interview. Oh my God. Sorry, dude. The sneeze tickle is so bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was I pulling up? 1 second. Elon Musk. Oh, they broke it up into chunks for some reason. Boo. All right, back to where we were.
Beliefs are antithetical to Western beliefs. At some point, there will be a reckoning. They will try to implement their views, and those who oppose it will oppose it, and that's what you call civil war. And obviously, this is the trend. And you absolutely do live in a cloistered existence. And if you'd like, we can go on a tour of Britain.
Sure. I'd be very happy to come on a tour.
Is she not British?
Britain.
And you will see
you
for yourself.
You come see my country that I live in all the time, and you haven't.
Oh yeah? This country you live in, that you're from, that you were born in? Let me give you a tour of what the city really looks like. Guy whose parents owned an emerald mine in South Africa. There's, like, it is really not lost on me. The billionaire, the Nepo baby billionaire, telling other people they live a cloistered existence and that they just need to see. They just need to see the city they live in, that they actually live in. Again, it's giving the exact same thing as conservatives talking about how dangerous New York is. It's like, no, not really. No, I've lived there. It's really not. Some areas are, but that's the case everywhere. Go to any country, and there are some areas that are more dangerous. It's not like New York is just this crime-ridden city. This isn't like the 80s. It's pretty safe. And then you check the stats, and considering the 8 million people, the stats for crime are so unbelievably low per capita. And it's like, yeah, no. Again, at peak, like, gang violence between the cops, the gang that was the cops, and then the mafia, and then all other gangs. Yeah, 70s and 80s were not so good. But like 2020s? Honestly, 2010s? 2000s? Pretty safe. Go to like most of these major cities and they're pretty safe.
Yes, I've been there literally 100 times.
But when was the last time?
Literally a few years ago.
You know why
I've been there 100 times. Literally, I was there a few years ago. I cannot. Is this woman-splaining or is this Britain-splaining? How much of an egotistical dumb fuck do you have to be to explain to someone? You're explaining to someone who lives in the country that they were born in that they just haven't seen their country. With the Emerald Mine father, dude. What the fuck?
Exercises me because you have really shaped opinion about the UK, and so many American.
I've had folks tell me Minneapolis is a war zone, and I literally live 3 blocks away from Alex Preddy was murdered. When the pigs aren't causing issues, my neighborhood is very quiet and safe. Yeah. I mean, again, it's like the same in any major city. It's like, I don't know. There are like a couple neighborhoods that are maybe a little worse. And then like 99% of the city is very safe. It's just so bizarre.
I come across and I have conversations with, and they'll be, and
I went to LA a couple times in 2019 for work, and my conservative friends were warning me about how bad it was. It felt like a regular big city, and certain sections felt like my smaller Midwest town. The only thing that's bad in LA is the fucking traffic and the dry ass fucking heat.
I had one the other day along the order of, oh, London's such a dangerous place. How can you know? There are sort of grooming gangs everywhere. There's violence everywhere. This is a picture that people get from things that you post or that are posted on X. And for example, you're posting for, what was it, 48 hours of Citizen Vigilante. That film, which,
yes,
paints a dystopian. I've watched it.
Yes.
It was not fun. I watched it yesterday. It's not a very good movie. But it also paints a dystopian picture of Europe. And it glorifies vigilante violence. It glorifies the murdering of a Muslim immigrant family. I honestly think that it is irresponsible for you to put that up on X.
I think that it's a movie, and it's worth watching.
People say that you're a racist.
People think this guy is smart. People think this guy is smart. Hey, I think this movie that you're promoting is irresponsible because it paints a narrative that isn't true. But I think it's a movie and people should watch it. Oh, okay. 1 second.
What is the motivation for doing that? Are you fomenting?
My partner is she's half Indian, and and I have 4 children with her. One of them was named after a famous Indian physicist. So I would say I'm not racist. And also, if you look at the people that are employed at my companies, we have senior executives of all races. There's I don't think there's any racism there.
Are you anti-Muslim?
I hired a brown person. How can I be racist? I pay people who aren't white. I exploit brown and black people as much as I exploit white people. Well, maybe not as much, but I also exploit them. Huh? India, famously not racist country.
I'm against having if people are coming to a country.
So yes. Let you guys hear the question again. She said, "Are you anti-Muslim?" Try and imagine what his answer would be if she said, "Are you anti-Christian or anti-Jewish or anti-Hindu or anti-Shinto?"
If there's any racism there.
Are you anti-Muslim?
I'm against having if people are coming to a country with antithetical views. I am against that. I'm against that. You know, I'm against. I'm against rape and murder. I'm against
classic Muslim value. It says it right there in the Quran. Actually, the first words in the Quran are "You must murder, you must rape," a lot. It actually does. It says that. Yeah, you just need to go and find it. It says that actually. It says as much rape and murder as possible. Yeah. So it's in there. Also, he wanted to go to Epstein Island. I'm against murder and rape. Also, my buddy Epstein did not want me on his island. I just wanted to see what was,
imposition of rules and laws that are contrary to what we've come to accept in the West. And I think it's a crying shame that the sort of traditional media, like you, don't recognize this.
Why should you be able to shape your...
Don't recognize this. Mm-hmm. Just as a reminder, the question was, are you anti-Muslim? You're already lost if it took you this long to explain a yes or no answer. Well, I think you can have a long answer, but he wouldn't... If someone said, are you anti-Shintoism? He would never respond that way. He would have said, I'm against anyone who feels like they need to change the country that they're coming into. If someone is Muslim, but they're okay with, living within the American agenda or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's obviously fine with me. But he doesn't want to say that because what he wants to say is he's anti-Muslim. All right, sorry. Getting a little heated. Also, I found the interview. 1 second. Because I want to watch the whole thing.